Welcome back. We still have guests in the studio, and we're talking about preparations for the Anambra elections. Ike,
yeah.
I mean, James has talked about, he was countering what you talked about, human capital export, and he's saying, your candidate is not the best that there is. And he talked about what his candidate has done in the last 3.5 years and how, especially in the area of NECO, he used NECO as an example, they've gone from over 6% to 7% increase, and even this year they moved a notch higher.
You know, it's funny, you know, he's pinching pennies that we added 0.2%, we added 0.1%, you know, we added 3%, we added, you know, 0.01%. That's what, listen, the government of Obiano and the people working for him should be sitting in an opposition seat. That's what they should. Because for the past 3.5 years, there is no record to run on. So what they should be doing is what we are doing as well. They should be together with all the people running and be telling the people of Anambra State what they plan to do. Because the past 3.5 years, they did absolutely nothing. Everything they did was on MOU. They did MOU with Chinese company. We plan to do. Then when people like my senior brother, Koscharis, you know, do a rice project, they say it's our own project. And they lay claim to security. Every security in Anambra State is community effort. Everything for, this is a guy, the governor, my governor, is a person that have, you know, the profligacy is enormous. Over 1,000 aides. You have over there's an aide for everything. There's an aide to pick up the teacup. There's an aide to stretch the bed. And these are senior special advisors like him. Everybody in Anambra State is a senior advisor to the governor. There's nothing going on.
Anambra State.
Everybody around him. Everybody.
Okay, I was going to say, are you senior? And he doesn't.
No, he's not going to reach. I'm a professional. He cannot reach out to people like me. You know, people with this intellectual mentality doesn't appeal to him.
Oh, really?
You know, he can get my friend to
arrogance.
do, you know, to do that. You know, but what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is
extreme
that,
arrogance.
you know, what I'm trying. I didn't interrupt you when you were talking. What I was saying is that understanding what the state means and what the state should be doing. Every young person in Anambra State, man or woman, once anybody introduces himself as an Anambra person, what you see is an entrepreneur. An Anambra person is not interested in working for you. They're interested in creating a job opportunity. And these are people. So what we want to do under Tony Nwoye is to deepen our primary education, make it accessible, make it affordable. That is, it's going to be fully subsidized by the state. It's going to be free for them. So because you need to educate these young people so that they can make that decision in the vocational education, because we're going to split it well and fund it well for vocational and have it in all the 3 senatorial zones so that guys can go in, young men and women can go in and learn like plumbing. Before you go into a trade, have the education to know why you're going to be a plumber. So what we want to do is to certify them, get them trained and certified, so that any young person, any person living in Anambra State, will be already certified to succeed anywhere. And under Tony Nwoye, nobody, within 6 months of setting up this infrastructure, no, we're not going to allow, you know, itinerant workers, technical. You have to be certified to do the job. You have to, we want to tap into these resources that the state have and refine it in such a way. You know, the way it cuts across is education is the basic, because education, you know, flows naturally into employment, and it flows into healthcare. Why will people travel all those miles to Nnewi, to my community, to go and get healthcare? You know, it has to be at their community level, have that primary health care that can appeal to them, that can reach to them. Then if there is need for specialist care, it is booked at your community. And your information is cascaded to the specialist hospital. So when you go there, and you don't have to, if you have a headache, everybody goes to Nnewi or you go to Kulobe. No, you do it at the primary basic area. It is affordable, it is free for you. Those are the things. So we move from education to healthcare, and we move to commerce. We can talk about all of those things.
All right. Now, Chike, what is the buzz on the street? You represent the man on the street. What is the buzz?
The buzz on the streets. Well, I'll tell you that people are excited about the election depending on what side of the divide you are. Ike has said what the APC wants to do. I've heard people say that the governor did not do anything. I don't think that's correct. At least in terms of security, he has done something.
Okay.
But that does not mean that he has done everything that needs to be done.
Okay.
I've heard people say, like James just said, that Tony Nwoye does not represent the best. A medical doctor, for God's sake. You know, I don't like to get involved in this. I remember many years ago, Dr. Anambra said that he was advising politicians. He said, do not throw mud, because you may miss your mark, but you certainly have dirty hands. So, as an independent...
That's deep.
So in Anambra, we're lucky, you know, that we didn't get involved in all these violent elections and so on. I'm quite surprised to hear about what happened yesterday, and sometimes it's because of these overzealous security people. I don't think anybody in any party, whether it was your own, that there were many people, you know, who came, would like to go out of their way to kill an Anambra person. And I hope that the authorities will bring all those trigger-happy policemen to book. You don't kill innocent people and get away with it.
Okay.
So,
what are the chances of the PDP candidate, and the UPP for that matter?
I won't be able to speak for PDP. UPP has a good candidate. However, I do know.
Is that Chidoka?
Chidoka, yeah. It's quite, like I said ab initio, you know, at the beginning, we have, this time we are blessed with very good candidates. Chidoka can be governor of the state and do well. Unfortunately, as the Bible says, the race is not to the swift, neither is the battle to the strong. Time and chance happens to these things, and it's only God that controls time and chance. At the end of the day, you'll be surprised. You know, let me say again, you know, when you're speaking from a neutral perspective, you have to be very careful so that no party accuses you of being partisan. But I do know from my experience in politics, which is quite long, I mean, from 1978 when I first joined politics with Tunji Braithwaite, you know, politics is a riot of unpredictable phenomena. Most times what you think will happen doesn't happen. You understand? What happens is not what you think. But let me emphasize the fact that all those in the front four, the four people that I said the momentum is there, any one of them can be governor and do well. Who is a governor? A governor is just a manager of materials and resource, human capital, and so on and so forth. And then you mobilize the state to achieve the best for the greatest number.
You said you can't speak for the PDP. I understand we have Mr. Okemo Aro, who is the Director General of the...
No, Director of Communications.
Director of Communications of a Obaze campaign organization. Mr. Aro, what's the PDP stand as regards to the elections in Anambra?
Well, the stand of the PDP is that we have done all that is necessary for us to win. Our party has concluded our primaries and we've chosen our candidate. We've flagged off our campaign, and our candidate is now on the trail, telling the people of Anambra State what it's going to do for them. So as I'm talking to you, he's campaigning in our nature, and his campaign is going on well.
So are you're satisfied with the preparations by INEC?
I beg your pardon?
The preparations by INEC, you're satisfied with them?
Well, so far so good, because we don't work in INEC. INEC has at least been transparent in telling us what they have decided to do. They have given us the voters register or the certified 2 copies of it, and there is no need to second guess INEC at this stage. What we are doing is trying to make sure that our people